Hey gang, welcome back to the channel. Today on our bathroom remodel, we're going to be installing the tub. But before we get into that, let me show you what I did yesterday right here. We changed the old faucet to a modern Delta faucet. They call this a universal rough. There's no cartridge in it yet, and it's their R10000 UNBX. So what I did, I measured the height of our new tub and marked it, and then I wanted the spout to be 6 inches above that. It could be 4, whatever you want. I liked 6. And then they being Delta, they want this pipe to be between 8 and 18 inches long. So I made it 12. That established the height of this, and then I just had to pipe in my cold and my hot to the existing plumbing. So everything from these couplings up is our work, and then we reuse the existing shower head, or this pipe. This fitting here, let's go down here where there's not such a bright light. So this is called a drop ear 90. They come in 2 versions. This is a 1/2 inch version, 1/2 inch copper sweat by 1/2 inch female pipe thread. I already looked at the spout we chose, and it wants a pipe nipple here. Some spouts want 1/2 inch copper tubing here. So they make this fitting where it's 1/2 inch copper sweat by 1/2 inch copper sweat. And it gives you these ears on it to fasten it to a block. So that's nice and strong. And even this valve body is screwed to our block. I made these and then I pocket screwed them into our existing studs. Now there's an interesting part in here that I've not seen before, and we're going to show you that a little later on in the video. But right now, let's work on this tub. So you saw us remove the old cast iron tub. So this morning I came in here and I dug this out because I needed a little play in this pipe here. The center of our drain is at 14.5 inches from this side of the tub, and that's where these are. The center of all these are at 14.5, so everything lines up when you're in the tub. So here's how this waste and overflow works. Now we're going to change this. This is called a trap adapter. It glues to the PVC pipe, and then a slip joint nut goes here and creates the connection between this T and this pipe. In our jurisdiction, they want everything glued now, and so that's what we're going to do. And to be honest, a glued one is a little easier because it's very difficult to get under here and tighten the slip joint nut here, here, and here with the tub in place. So we're going to glue it. So this is going to go there. This is our waste for the tub, our drain, and this is the overflow. So this whole assembly is called a waste and overflow. And it is a Dearborn brass P7225. And I've got it just dry assembled here, how it should go. Now a big mistake would be this. You see this sweep?
Right.
It has to go down. This would be about half full of water if you did it like that. Now say you had an older house and you had a beam in the way, like down here, you have a big beam, you could do this. And then
go around it?
And then go to your trap. But this has to go to a trap. And our trap is right there. So let's go outside, and we're going to assemble this completely outside on the tub, because we have to cut this one to fit, and this one should be okay, but if we have to cut it, we can. I've got the saw set up, everything's outside, so let's head out there and attach this to the tub and glue it up, and then we'll bring the tub in here. First thing we're going to do is attach the drain to the tub. This big black washer that comes with it goes here, and it goes between this fitting and the bottom of the tub. So if you come on inside the tub here, you can see just like that. Now normally plumber's putty would go here where I'm pointing with my finger, but we're going to leave that out right now. We're just doing a rough fit here. This is the tool that I forgot during a demo. It's made for these bathtub fittings. I'm just going to get that snug. And I'm just eyeballing it coming straight off the back of the tub or the side. And in this fitting, you see how it's angled a little? That's because this is angled a little. And this big fat blue washer goes there. And these thread in to that fitting just like that. And as long as that's centered in there, you're good. I wouldn't go too crazy. I mean, that's plenty right there. And put that there. I'm gonna swing it over. And now I know where to cut this piece. You see how I did that? And then see this part right here? That's the depth inside also. So I'm just gonna go right there, make a mark. And now let's go to the saw and cut that off. All right. And this is just standard 1.5" PVC pipe. If you mess it up, just go get you some more at the home center. We've got it all dry fit together. We did not have to cut this piece, so we're going to take it all apart and glue all this together. So let's get that done right now. I could have put a line on everything when I had it fit up to help me realign it when I glue it, but I'm just eyeballing it. It'll be fine. And this one is our last one. We're all set. Let's clean up our mess, and then I think the hardest part of the job is next, getting this tub in that little room. Let's do it.
Nice.
Not bad?
Nope.
Good job.
Nice.
All right, we got our tub in. We temporarily put the drain on there. And so this is what happened. You see the old drain down here? And here's our new one. They do not line up. We kind of thought that might be an issue. There's no way to know until we put the tub in there with this on there. So we're going to run back to the plumbing store and we're going to get a couple of fittings to attach to our old sewer, and that will make up for this different. And then the other thing that happened, you saw us outside, we fit this all up, and then we come inside and see that gap? It is not lining up. It'll be fine. So a little frustrating. We think that what happened, when we measured, one of these was not buried in the fitting all the way. So we're gonna fix that too.
Yeah, we had to run to the store anyway.
Yep, instead of you don't want to force it, so we're gonna fix it. So let's run to the store. All right guys, we're back from the store. We moved the tub. So to make the offset in our drain, we're gonna use an 1.5" 16th bend, or it's 22.5 degrees. And this is a street. So a street 90, whether it's threaded steel, copper, plastic, it's always going to have a female and a male. And that's going to get us just the offset that we need right here. All right, if we went 2 regular offsets like that, that's too much. That's where a street comes in handy. So that's what we're going to do. Now I'm going to get down here with my cable saw and cut this pipe down here. We're going to cut it low and put this on, put the tub back, and then measure from the top of this fitting to the bottom of our T, add 1.5 inches, and that's going to be the length of our nipple to connect these 2 fittings together. So let's get it done. This works great, but once you start, you can't stop. Look inside, Jordan. You can see how the cable saw is coming through. See, can you see it? And the pipe.
Come on. Come on.
There we go. Makes a pretty square cut. Whew. All right, let's clean that up. So to fix this problem, we just bought a new one. It's a $20 rookie mistake, so I'll own it. What I probably should have done was attach this fitting here and the bottom one, and then measure fitting to fitting, which is shoulder to shoulder, and then add 1.5 inches. And that's exactly what we're going to do down here. If you can see, we've got our offset down there. See how we lined up? Now we're underneath our drain. We're going to measure between those two fittings. What does it look like, Jordan? 1 5/8. And so pipe fits inside there 3/4 inch. See that?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to take 1 5/8 shoulder to shoulder, add 1.5 inches, and that's the length of our little piece of pipe for in there. So what is that, 3 1/8? All right, we'll cut a piece 3 1/8. Might go 3, just a little short to give us some wiggle room. Let's go do it. All right, so I've got our offset all glued up with a short piece of pipe. So our P-trap, the pipe from the P-trap is going to go here, and then this end is going to go into this T coming off the waste and overflow. So Jordan's going to come over here and lift the tub. I'm going to reach down there and clean the pipe that's coming up off the T, and we're going to glue this, the pipe off the P-trap, and we're going to glue this to the P-trap. Then we're going to prime and glue this, and we're going to set the tub down over this, and that'll be it.
Cool. Okay.
Yep. Glue. Okay, that's on. Should have cleaned all this before. It's all right.
What? Yeah, there you go. All right, wait, hold on. Okay.
There.
Yep. Nice.
Woo! Good job.
Yeah.
Now, if you had ABS in your house and you had a PVC waste and overflow, you make the transition with this glue. Very important to use the right glue. And if you had a cast iron sewer, that's a whole nother video. All right, man, let's put this together and clean up and get out of here.
Cool.
Good job. So one little tip we figured out, your cover attaches to this little aluminum plate. And see how one end is a slotted hole that's closed on this end, but this one's open. If you put this opened end on the left, when you tighten the screws, it wants to zing this piece out this direction, and you could potentially scratch the porcelain. But if you put the closed hole on the left and the open hole on the right, it can't go that way as you tighten those screws. Does that make sense?
Right.
Yeah, because we don't want to scratch this. That'd be bad. And then all this gets a trim of a different color, so this is just temporary. When we install the final one, we'll put plumber's putty under this, like we talked about earlier. But that's going to be a wrap on this tub installation, I believe, huh?
Yep.
A little bit of a challenge, working from back here. A lot of times you'll see it in a cabinet or a closet. They'll have an access panel here. And that's what that access panel is for, so you can get to these drains and work on them. But fortunately, we didn't need that here because we're in our renovation mode. So on to the next step, electrical. That's gonna be a wrap on this video. If you liked the video, be sure to smash that like button for us. We'd really appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing that. We hope you learned something. We had fun, and we'll see you on the next one.
See you in the next one.